Welcome to our first edition of Wildcat Entertainment Television. I'm your host, Travis Sherman. Today we're going to take a look at several different student-made productions and the process of creating these films. There's no time to waste. Today is November 21st, 2013, and you're watching WETV. Here with us today is Sam Strubing. Sam, you did a video called My Imaginary Friend, and what I really want to talk to you about is the time constraints that you had, because you had some very specific deadlines, as well as how you were able to continue the story within those time constraints.
Yeah, well, we only had 6 to 5 days to work on this film. We got the theme of My Imaginary Friend. It came in, and we really just had to start with an idea from scratch. And it was really challenging because you had to work out a shot schedule, and you had to work on the editing, and me and my partner Isaac think that we did a really good job on this film.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about your script and how you were able to do that. How did you come up with this script?
Well, the script was a real challenge because you really wanted to intrigue your audience. You really wanted to draw them in because our film was a drama, and you really wanted to get their emotion out of it. So the script was a big part of it, and I thought we did a good job on that.
Absolutely. And one final question. You are a senior this year, so can you tell us a little bit how you have evolved since being a sophomore?
My films have gotten better. I think I've grown in my knowledge of filming. Films taught me a lot. It's taught me how to be responsible. It's taught me how to respect equipment, be on time, and just try your best on all your projects.
Well, we appreciate you being here. All right, let's take a look at Sam Strubing, My Imaginary Friend.
A best friend is someone that you never forget. You'll learn just as much from him as he does from you. I'll never forget staying out for hours. Time seemed just to disappear. Growing up, you really never know what you have. You take things for granted. But the memories you'll create will last a lifetime. In a lot of ways, he was like a brother to me. For some reason, we always seemed to be connected. Some of my fondest memories are listening to each other's dreams in life. Football, baseball, all these things seem to be a thing of the past now. But one thing we always promised is that we will always be best friends, no matter what. Looking back, I think childhood friendships are the most innocent. It's a bond that tests all others. It's more than just staying up late watching scary movies, doing each other's homework. It's the special moments, the time spent that you will always treasure. The day I got my college acceptance letter was one of the proudest moments of my life. But in the back of my mind, I couldn't help but feel like I was leaving a piece of me behind. It's going to be really hard leaving him. But then again, best friends never really go away.
Here with us now is Corey Wood. Corey, you took a different approach to a modern PSA about teen driving. What I want to talk to you about is the educational value behind this, as well as the stylistic approach you took with it.
Well, we only had about a minute to 2 minutes to actually work with for this video. So what we really wanted to do was catch the audience's attention as fast as possible so that we could get our message across in the time allotted to us. So what we did was we really just tried to capture their attention with a realistic situation that that would be very traumatic for a lot of people to have to face. And with the educational value, we wanted to get across just how terrible like the consequences of such a event would be for a person.
Now, you've been with us for 2 years in this program, and you also are in the East program as well. And what we've noticed coming out of East is that you've gained a lot of leadership skills. Can you talk about how East is contributing to the TV program as well?
I think East really does contribute to the television program very well. In East, it's they're really focused on self-direction and student-led work.
Well, thanks for joining us, Corey. We really appreciate it. Let's take a look at your film, I Drive Safely.
I never expected my life to end so soon. As I look back, I remember playing catch with my dog Buddy. I even remember times when my mom used to read me stories and playing with my toy train set. She always said, life is a challenge we all face, obstacles that are difficult. But if you trust in yourself, you will conquer it all in some unique way. She's right for the most part, but I never expected to face this obstacle of life. In 2011, 3,331 people were killed in crashes involving 20 drivers reported to 3,000.
No matter how you put it, distracted driving always causes a disaster.
Another important message is one that comes from Christy Deshong. Christy, can you tell us a little bit about your film first?
We started our film not really knowing what direction we wanted to go in, but then we decided suicide prevention would be a really strong message we could portray. And we started with just the concept of holding signs, and there's 3 students who are just feeling down on themselves, and they each have a certain thing about them that they don't like about themselves. And so we use that, and at the end they all come together, and the message is, stay strong, come together, friends are with you.
And can you tell us a little bit about the research that was involved throughout this process?
I started out going on suicideprevention.org and read a little bit about the statistics and how many suicides there are each year, and learning about why some people get in a low spot in their life, and that's where I got our idea.
And now obviously you had a lot of students involved in this project. Can you talk about how you came up with the idea? Was there a lot of collaboration involved?
Yes, we each contributed with ideas of the message and shots we wanted to portray, and using the marker boards was a big thing that we talked about mostly, and how to show the progression of the stages.
Okay, well, this is a very important message. Make sure everyone is paying attention. Let's take a look at You're Not Alone.
Everyday people struggle with insecurities. The feelings of being alone, different, unaccepted, but you're not alone. Come together and face your insecurities.
Whoever you are, wherever you come from, you are not alone.
Say hello, make a difference, save a life. You are not alone.
Up next is a student whom I'm very proud of, a student that's been in the program for 3 years now, Brandon Butchery. Brandon, can you first talk a little bit about how your films have evolved since being a sophomore till now?
Yeah, I mean, when I first started out as a sophomore, my stuff was awful. I mean, I was, just starting out, just learning all the basics, and I was shooting a lot of boring, just vanilla stuff. I hadn't really gotten my creativity down the same way that I have it now. So, I guess you could say that from then and now, I've completely changed. I've done all huge projects this year, and I've really just gotten really better at what I'm doing and getting more involved in it.
It seems that the direction you're taking now is more comical approaches. The two films we're going to take a look at today are The Oppressor and Silence Your Cell Phone. Both of these are obviously comical pieces. Can you talk to us about how you're finding the comedy and portraying it in their films?
Yeah, I mean, I watch a lot of comedy movies, and so that helps me get a little inspiration, but most of the time I just think about what would appeal to my peers, being funny. And the one thing I learned about comedy is that you don't want to have to think about it. You just want it to be really simply funny. And so I think that's what I really tried to focus on in those two films.
And finally, you seem to really taken an interest into the editing process and the camera work this year. Can you talk to us a little bit about what you've learned through this process?
Yeah, when I first started out, I was shooting a lot of wide shots, a lot of really boring stuff, like I said earlier. And the one thing that I've learned is that you need to have a lot more close-ups and a lot more medium shots and just to set up everything. And the other thing I learned is that you can never have too many shots. Mm-hmm. In fact, the more shots you have, the more you have to work with. You're setting yourself up for success that way.
Absolutely. All right, let's take a look at Brandon Butchery's The Oppressor and Silence Your Cell Phone.
WETV used to be a family.
A warm, safe environment
where you could express your creativity.
But now, Sherman rules with an iron fist,
crushing those who oppose him. He has tools of mass destruction.
Accountability essays and things like assigned PSAs.
Like the one you're watching right now.
If you're watching this commercial,
please
help.
Hi, my name's Brandon Butchery. If the images you see disturb you, please call the number at the bottom of your screen. Donating just 10 cents a day could help save a child's creative spirit. But please, don't delay. Call now.
Lindsay, are you okay? Why are you crying?
Don't talk. I'm crying because I love you so much.
Oh, I have to tell you about my dream. I had this dream that, remember that house we used to drive by? It was ours, and we're finally happy.
I've always been happy.
Lindsay, there's something I need to tell you.
No, save your energy.
No, Lindsay, I need to tell you.
No, stop.
Lindsay, stop. Listen.
What? No! God! This is amateur hour!
Oh my gosh, Sam, you're killing me.
Lindsay! Hello?
Can I get some makeup
Hello?
and a bagel?
Listen to me, Lindsay. What do you guys think you're doing?
Here's your milk, sir.
Get that out! I said chocolate!
Here with us now is Andrew Lyle. Andrew has been an avid member of the filmmaking community for a while now. Andrew, can you talk to us a little bit about what influences you?
I mean, really just, I like to get inside the viewer's head and just really make a connection with the viewer. And then I really like action movies, horror movies, but like I said, connecting with the viewer is my main thing.
Absolutely. What we're going to talk about today is one of the films that you did at the Spring Creek Art Festival. It's a film called Perspective. Can you talk to us a little bit about the vision behind that?
And like I just said, my influence is connecting with the viewer, and perspective is really, everybody has their own perspective in life. And so we had to shoot a 30-second commercial, and I went right at what my main influence is in filmmaking, so that's pretty much it.
What were some of the obstacles that you had to overcome with this particular video? I know that you had some time constraints in the story and things like that.
Yeah, really what was hard is Jacob Benson, I helped his group out, so we kind of I acted in his video and he was doing the same competition, so really I split it into, I had an hour and a half to work with them and then an hour and a half to work on my own video, so that's how the competition was going.
So the big obstacle it seems like you had to overcome was an hour and a half to do a total film from beginning, writing, shooting, editing, and so finish.
Yeah.
So we're very proud of this. This actually placed first place in the competition, and I'm very proud to introduce you to Perspective.
Everyone sees the day from a different perspective. No matter how hard we try,
we could never walk in the same shoes.
You and me will always live two different lives.
It's not about doing the same things.
It's how we view the things we do.
Perspective is the reason for creativity.
And the reason for individuality.
My name is Ashley Hidalgo.
My name is AJ Lumbandith.
My name is Jacob Benson, and my vision is based off of perspective.
Our last film was created by Jacob Benson. Jacob has also been in the program for 3 years and has continued to demonstrate success all over the state and region. Jacob, can you talk about how you've evolved since being a sophomore to your senior year now?
Yeah, I feel like when I was a sophomore, I had much more focus on just, much less focus on just the storytelling aspect, and that's something that I really admire. Probably my favorite aspect of all film is just the story. Like, I could care less about cinematography and all that other stuff. That is important, but for me, it's the story and how well it's told. So that's how I've gotten a hold of that.
So you think your storytelling skills have gotten better through the theater department and with the TV as well?
No, I think that I'm improving, but I mean, I'm not nearly where I want to be. I'm not satisfied with what I've done. So I mean, but this is definitely progress from where it was as a sophomore.
Absolutely. The film we're going to take a look at today is called Beneath the Surface. This particular film, we love the story because it had portrayed somebody that was just an original guy, normal guy. But what you wanted to do at the end was show this gruesome murder scene, if you will. And we had to really work around and abide by school policy. Can you talk about how you overcame this obstacle?
I was, upon learning that I couldn't have the murder scene, which is fine, I figured we would just kind of Hitchcock it, and that meaning that we would insinuate violence instead of just showing it. And sometimes that's the more artistic way to go, giving the viewers some ambiguity instead of just, this is it, this is what happened, you know what I mean? So yeah, we did that just by insinuating violence as opposed to showing it.
And lastly, I want to talk about what are your plans? What do you want to do in the future? Do you want to continue down this path and develop storytelling skills? Do you want to take a different approach? What are your plans?
I really just want to pursue storytelling in all its aspects. Like, I want to keep doing theater and I want to do my hand in comedy, and I want to keep making films, just really because storytelling is just so important to me. And so I want to pursue that no matter what color it is.
Well, we're very proud to have you on this program. Let's take a look at the final film, Beneath the Surface.
Just worked the night shift? Man, bet that was a long night.
Yeah. Excuse me. Who is that guy?
He's actually new. He's been coming in here the past couple nights. You should say hello.
Front desk. Mm-hmm.
You just work the night shift? Your friend's not here today. Did you end up saying
Excuse me. Who was that guy?
Well, there you have it. WETV kicks off with a bang and some great student films. Don't forget to take a look at our YouTube channel, which has these films plus much, much more. With WETV, I'm Travis Sherman. We'll see you next time.